So for today's Learn Friday, we're going to learn the basic of how we can set up a Google ad campaign.
Okay, so um, the thing about Google Ads is that they help businesses grow basically online. And the main advantage is, as the advertiser, you have full control on how you're going to run your ad. Like you can choose who you're going to target, how much you're going to spend, and basically where your ads are going to appear. And in order to set up a Google Ad account, you have to first go to the website and ads.google.com. You will be prompted either to sign in if you already have an existing account, or to get started if you don't have one yet. So for the sake of this video, we're going to start from the top. And then we're going to create a new Google Ads account. And one thing to some things to take note when you want to create a Google Ad campaign is that you have to have prepared, at least you have done your market research. So it will help you create a better ad campaign. And then you need a website. That's either a website, a landing page, or a lead form page that will that's where your customers or your leads are going to go when they click on your ad. And then you need the copy for your ad, and you have to know what your main goal is when you're advertising. So once this screen appears, you have to always remember to switch to expert mode. The default is the smart campaign, but the smart campaign is very helpful for beginners. However, you have a limited control on how your ad is going to run. You can customize it just like how you can customize and when you're in expert mode. After that, you will choose your objective. Say we're creating the ad for scale up. Let's go with leads. The others are, you can see the other types here. And then you're going to choose how you will gather those leads or website traffic if you want to get clicks. The thing about Google Ads, however, is that they keep on changing their interface from time to time. So this one was different. I think 3 months ago, it was not like this. And then you select which one you think will be fit for your ad. Now, there are different campaign types, but when you're just starting out, it's better to choose the search campaign. The thing about search campaigns is that your ad or your adverts will appear to those who are intentionally seeking what your business offers, what either your services or your products. We did the performance max, I guess, on the first ad that we run on Google Ads, and we did have a lot of clicks and impressions, but very or no conversion at all, because our ads were appearing somewhere else, which was not relevant to where our target customers are located. So let's go with search and then continue. And then you will have to create a campaign name for your ad. Let's go with leads for web developer. And then this one, again, if you're just starting out, you may not want to include other Google search partners, so that your ads will only appear where your target audience are actively searching for your ad. and then you select the location. Yes.
Sorry, if you want to appear on a Google search partner, is that like somebody has searched for your service on Google and then later they're on a search partner website? And then they might see your ad then? So Google should still know if it's relevant or not?
Yeah, something like that, or other search partners such as ask.com, but not Google,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
It does. I'm a little surprised that ask.com is a Google partner because when we were running the Microsoft ads, I saw a lot of ask.com visits.
Yeah, I saw that too. And then once you've unchecked those, or in case in the future, like you want to expand the ads or your reach, you can go back and change the settings. There are other settings in here. You decide when you're going to start the ad or end it. Like say, for instance, you don't want it to start until next week, you can just change it there. And then if you decide to run it only for a month, you can also do it here. And then these are for the more advanced settings, but yeah, this one is for the tracking template, but it's not for today. So next, you would want to set where your ads are going to appear. And then right now we're targeting Australia and New Zealand. So you just enter it there. And then for the target, you set it to press to the second one, people in or regularly in your targeted locations, so that the ad will appear to people who are in your target locations. For the first one, it can appear on those who are searching for services. For instance, for us, where the company is technically based in Australia, if someone is searching for web developers in Australia, the first option will let the ad show for even if they're not in Australia. But for the sake of the ad, it's better to target those who are already in the targeted locations. And then there. After that, you want to set the language that the customers speak. The default is English, unless you're setting it somewhere else where English is not your customer's first. It's not your customer's language. The audience segment is for a more advanced setting. So I don't know that yet. And then after you set the location, you would have to set the budget for your ad. Let's say
the daily budget.
Yes, this is the daily budget. Just for an example, let's say $15, and then what do you want to focus on? It's the default is on the clicks, and then you can set a maximum cost per click bid limit. If you want, say 2 or something like that.
So,
and then
is there a reason to set it if Google is? I mean, if Google is trying to maximize clicks, then they shouldn't try to eat up your budget with expensive clicks, right?
Yes, I think they do that sometimes. Usually, based on our previous ads, we didn't spend the maximum CPC bid per click, but the tendency of our ads to show was also dependent on our bid. Oh, also, the daily budget will set the limit of how much Google Ads will charge you for the whole month. Like for example, 15 if your daily budget limit is $15 for the whole month of August, you will only be charged for $50 for but sometimes there will be days wherein you will be charged less than 15 or more than 15, but for the whole month it's capped to for $50.
Okay, so they ask you for a daily number, but actually
It's
it's
monthly.
a monthly limit. Okay.
Yes. And then or if you still want to, for the maximum CPC bid limit, if you click cost per click, if you still want to explore and see and just go back here, you don't have to set a maximum cost per click bid limit for now. And then if you want your ad, this is usually depending on your target. Some Google advertisers would advise you to not to optimize, but that is if you know more about the analytics already, so that you can adjust this manually. But for now, we can go with optimize. And then these are the ad extensions. Ad extensions help your ads to appear larger on the not larger, but it gives your ad more space when it appears on the search homepage. So it increases your click-through rate. Like, for example, the bigger, the more your users or audience will notice your ad. And then you can, this one you can go back and set it up after you've set up the copy for your ad. Or unless if you're already ready, then you can just add it now here. Like for instance, book your free consultation. The thing is just with these texts, they're usually limited. They have limited character counts. So yeah. We can just go back later. So let's save this and continue. So that is the campaign level of creating a new ad. And then the second level is on the ad group itself. Like for example, this ad group will be focused on generating leads for web dev projects. And we can just name it like that. And then this is in this level of campaign, it's usually the time where it's where advertisers spend more time because of keywords. We can just Google can give you a list of suggested keywords based on your website, or if you already have a list of keywords, then you can use them. So for instance, let's enter website, then it will show a list of suggested keywords, something like this. But since we're not, it's more digital marketing. Since we're not really looking for leads for digital marketing projects, we have to change it. And Google Ads has this tool called the Keyword Planner, wherein you can use it to select which words, the best keywords to go with your ad. Or you can just enter You can enter your service and then there will be a list of suggested keywords.
Sorry, are these keywords based on both the website and the service, or just the service?
If you've entered both the website and the service, it's based on both. But for instance, if you've only entered the services, it will only be based on that.
Okay,
And then
okay. Okay,
And
can you
then-
explain this broad match, phrase match, exact match? Maybe you were going to anyway. Sorry for interrupting.
no, it's okay. And then before that, you would after Google gives you a suggested set of keywords, you would have to, of course, delete the words that you think are not relevant to the ad that you're going to run. Like, for instance, a web design. This is probably looking for some examples of web designs. And also remove that. Now, when it comes to these match types, what's recommended is that what's recommended is that you usually start with broad matches, wherein meaning if the keyword is as is without the quotation marks or the brackets. Is that called brackets? Your ads will show on a broad match basis. Like if someone searches for web development services and other terms, your ad will show up to them. But if you want to target a more specific leads, or more specific those who are searching for a more specific services, then you would it's suggested to use a phrase match or an exact match. And in order to do that, you just have to add the symbols.
Sorry, I didn't understand the difference between a broad match, phrase match, and exact match. What does that mean?
Okay, so when using a broad match, like how do I? Okay, let's start with the phrase. Let's start with the exact match. If you're going to change this into something like this, it becomes an exact match. If this becomes an exact match, and then that means that your ad will only show to those. No, it's not only. Your ad will show to anyone who will be searching for these exact words. Like, but not so exact, like the S can be there or not, the plural singular form. It's Google just updated it, and it's not that sensitive to those things.
So,
And then if it's
exact doesn't mean exact.
Yeah, in a way. Okay. And then if it's a phrase match, like for instance, web design company, they search for a web design company and you set the keyword as a phrase match, even if they added additional words such as in Australia or in Canada or in New Zealand, something like that, your ad can still show when they search for those terms. And then for broad match, these are not recommended because it makes your ad your ad may probably show to those who are not exactly looking for your service. They just have the terms in there in what there's, like for instance, they're searching for,
they might search for how to be a web developer.
Yes, something like that. And
okay.
Because it's a broad match, even if you're not targeting them, your ads will appear in front of them. Like I think for instance in our ads there were some search terms or search keywords that hiring IT developers in Australia, which I excluded. I removed them because it was set to a broad match. just because it contained the term web developer and IT consultant, something like that.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
So I think,
But
okay, so if we want to do something where we only want to get like the best web developers or something like that, we would probably want to use a phrase match, because otherwise
yes,
we'll match for things that are not the best.
yes, that is
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
Can
Okay.
imagine the Google search on that one. I am the best web developer.
All right. Well, how to be the best web developer?
That'd be better, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's
that
set
seems
up
more
on-
likely. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. No, on the Microsoft one, we were getting things that were completely unrelated and had nothing to do with web development at all. And I was very confused why they were showing up. Now I
Yeah.
understand.
And then there, after, like, let's say we are okay with this, and one thing is also is like, if our keywords are longer, we can set them to broad match since the terms are already more specific. But for instance, like this web dev services, it's better to set them as phrase match so that they will only appear to those who are looking for web dev services, or maybe add additional words like for hire, something like that. And then say we're okay, let's just say we're okay already with this set of keywords, and then we just save and then continue.
Can you do negative keywords? Maybe not in that section, but somewhere else. Can you do negative keywords? So you can be like, well, I don't want any how-tos. I just
Oh,
want.
after the
Oh, it's
setup.
somewhere. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then this is the part where you create the copy, or where you write the copy that of your ad that's going to appear. And then first you set the the URL where you want your customers to, or you want your visitors to visit after they click your ad. And then this is the display path, like I think we've used. There.
So Google will show people one URL, but then they actually send you to a completely different URL.
Yes, that is correct. Something like that.
Okay.
And then
Deception.
and then they will also have these suggestions. Actually, they will give you ideas, but sometimes it's not that relevant, like these ones. And if you follow their suggestion, it will improve your ad strength. But it's not always, their suggestions are not always suited for every ad.
So is there a way to automatically apply the suggestions no matter how terrible they are?
Yes, like you can just click it.
No, I mean automatically. So it's like after the ad is up and running, maybe Google suggests that, hey, we should change this thing, and then Google will just apply the change without telling us, even if it's a terrible change that we don't possibly want. Is there an option for that?
Yeah, I think it's not, they don't really auto apply it. They're just going to suggest it. Like after the call with the Google Ads strategist, I've been receiving the emails. And then it will lead back to the recommendations page, but it does not really automatically enable the suggestions. Like you would still have to manually click on them. But once you click on them, the setting is already will be set on the Google Ads, something like that.
Okay.
Okay, so And then after that, you would have to, sorry, my sister's making fun of me. You would have to, okay, sorry. You would have to create the headlines. Now, if you want a, let's base it on the ads that we're currently running. For instance, you would want to write here book free consultation, because people like free stuff. And then if you also would want to, you can either put this either on the description or on the headline, but it's usually the headline that people notice first, so it's suggested to put in there what you want your audience to see.
So like, yeah, people like free stuff, but
Yeah,
that might maximize clicks, but that won't necessarily maximize conversions,
conversions. Yeah,
Okay.
but
depending on how you define your conversion. Okay. Or maximize revenue, ROI.
or yeah, what you would want to do when you're writing the ad or is that you create strong copy, something that will make your target audience want to click on your ad. So and then if you want a specific part of the headline to because Google will as you can see will shuffle this depending on your audience or depending on how they decide how it's going to show. You can still set it, like for instance, if you want people to see this, you can pin it and let it show on the third position.
Does Google always show 3, or does it sometimes show 2 or 4? Or?
It always shows 3, and
Okay.
then you can see you can see the previews in this one. This is the mobile, and then
Oh, it always shows 3, but it might chop off the third one. Okay.
yeah. So, or something like this, depending on the length of your other headlines.
Okay.
Oh. And then they also have ideas for your they always have ideas, suggested ideas. Something like this. And then you can add, same with the headlines, you can choose which description will always appear wherever, whenever. And then if you're okay with that, for the description, you can add up to 4, I think. Oh yeah, you can add up to 4. And then for the headlines, you can add many more. In order
You
to
can add
improve
15, it looks like. Okay.
yeah, in
So,
order
so
to
for headlines, it always shows 3 and you can put 15. And for descriptions, it always shows 2 and you can put 4.
yes.
Okay.
And then in order to improve your ad strength, they have these ideas and suggestions, but yeah, as always, when it comes to Google Ads, it's not whatever they suggest is not always, it's not really for the advertisers, it's for them to maximize also their revenues. This one is like, because we're still setting up a new campaign, we don't have any tracking templates, so we don't have to touch the URL options for now. And so let's save this and then continue. And then after that, you will have to set up your billing information. Did it give me a promotional code? Okay, and then say for example, this one is already done. You've set up your you've set up a I can't go back. You've set up you're done giving your billing information. You can okay, let's use this as an example now. Once your ad is ready to go, you can go back and check your ads to see if they're performing. Now for the negative keywords, after your ad has been set up, it's always to check them at least every day to see, to make sure that the search terms that people are using to reach your ads are relevant to your ads or to your services. Like for instance, in this one, it will, in this dashboard, it will show you the keyword options. And these search keywords are the terms that are some of the keywords, and then the terms that your audience have used, and it's where your ads have shown. As of now, most of our keywords are, and then you're going to see here the IMPR impression, the number of times the ad was seen through these keywords, the number of clicks also, and the interaction rate. And then like for instance, there is a keyword that you didn't like, that you think is not relevant for your services. You can just click on there and then edit it, and then where's that? Oh, it's changed again. You can edit this here, and there should be you can either remove it or you can put it as a negative keywords. Here are some of the negative keywords. Like for instance, the app developer salary in Australia, our ads showed up when some
Nicole,
people's
your window, I don't know if you're in a different window or not, but it's, I don't know, is it frozen for anybody else? Or is it?
Oh, sorry,
Nicole's
I
window?
can't.
Yeah, I think she's not sharing her other window.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was looking at Google Ads on my own computer, so I didn't notice.
Is it still frozen?
It's not frozen because we
It's
can
not
see
frozen.
when you mouse over a link, but we can't, we're still looking at confirmed payment info.
Yeah.
Oh, is it still in that?
Yes.
Mhm.
Did you tell Zoom to share just the other Chrome window and not your current Chrome window?
Yeah, hold on. Wait.
Okay, I'm gonna pause.
Yeah, okay. So an example for the search terms that you don't want to add. Oh, you've customized your columns, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I saved it as a column set because I probably will use this more often. I might change it some more, but I named it after me so that no one else messes with it.
Okay. Oh, that's why the keywords are shown. Okay. Okay, going back to that, like for instance, this front end developer jobs in Australia, our ad showed up for that, and then you can click on it because we don't want our ad to show up for these type of searches. So you can add it as a negative keyword, and then when you're adding it as a negative keyword, you can either add it on the ad group level or the campaign level or a different keyword list. But for now, we can just add it as a negative keyword for the ad group, and then you can save it. But for instance, our ad showed up on, oh, that's why. Oh, there. Like you want to add a search term as a keyword, you can click on it and then add it as a keyword. And then you can even decide which URL it will show. You can the final URL is usually set to the URL where you on the URL setup on the campaign on the ad group level. But if you want to be more specific, you can just add it here again. And then if you have decided a maximum CPC for that certain keyword, then you can just add it and then you hit the save.
Does the keyword thing take the same quotes and brackets for broad match and exact match as the other screen did?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. And then after, say you're okay, or sorry, excuse me. Say you're already fine with the keywords and the search keywords are relevant to your ad, you can continue to monitor your ad by seeing the recommendations. And aside from that, you can set the conversion goals, or you can set up the conversion on how you would want to measure the performance of your ad. You can do that by going through the tools and settings and then clicking on conversions under measurement. And then there are default conversion action that the ad will measure, but for now, these are the conversions that our ads are measuring. I'm not sure still with the landing page because the views, I don't think that it's counting the views on the landing page as conversions. So for our ad that's running. But yeah, you can see the summary of the conversion goals that's being measured for the ads right now. But I think that's for a different day. And then you can see here once someone has viewed the landing page, but I don't think it's showing the number of clicks. This should be around 150, I guess. And then to make sure that your ad will appear on relevant searches, or to make sure that you don't have to spend more on your ad bidding, you ensure to maintain a good optimization score by following the suggested recommendations from Google Ads. But as always, the recommendation is not suited for all ads. Like you only follow what's best for the ad or campaign that you're running. So yeah, I think that's it.
Hey there, if you like that video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and turning on notifications so that you don't miss any of our future videos. Thank you.